What's going on YouTube and IGTV? Welcome to the Credit Plug channel, where we talk about how to build credit, how to establish relationships with financial institutions and banks, and how to get you access to high limit credit funding. So on today's episode, I'm going to go over what I consider the top 10 secured cards on the marketplace. So basically what a secured card is, it's a credit account that's established when generally you're rebuilding or you're building your credit from scratch. And so the whole concept behind the secured card is you open up a credit account utilizing a deposit. So the deposit is held as collateral against the credit line that you're issued. So what will happen is when you apply for a secured card, you have to put down a certain deposit. That deposit is generally in the form of some type of savings account. It could be a CD that earns interest. So generally that's locked and you can't access that unless you close the account. And so secured cards are basically a way for you to establish a relationship with the bank without carrying particular risk. And so by making the deposit, you're mitigating the risk from the bank's perspective. So it's just one easy way to start a relationship as well as build credit. So I'm going to go in go over the top 10 secure cards on the market, starting from 10 and then going all the way up to number 1. So at number 10, I'm going to do the Wells Fargo secured. And so the Wells Fargo secured is a minimum of $300. And so the reason why that's at number 10 is because there aren't really too many rewards, and from the data points that we've gathered, that card doesn't have a clear path to graduation. So it's just on a case-by-case basis. They'll generally start reviewing your account after 12 months. So at number 10, it's Wells Fargo. At number 9, we're going to put the Citibank secured card. And so that's another one where there's no clear path to graduation. There's no annual fee. But what happens sometimes for both Wells Fargo and Citi is that they'll deny secure card applications, which is kind of bizarre. But there's data points that suggest that the Citibank card can take up to 18 months. So that's why that's on the lower side of this list. So at number 8, I'm going to put, and this is one that not too many people know about, NIH Federal Credit Union. So NIH Federal Credit Union is actually a local credit union to the Washington, D.C. metro area. And so in order to become a member, you have to work within the biomedical or health fields. We do have another way that you can join using a different affiliation. And so this is one of these hidden gems that not too many people know about. They actually have a secured card that goes all the way up to $25,000, and they allow you to add authorized users. And after 11 to 12 months, they'll review your credit profile to see if they can upgrade you to one of their unsecured products. So number 8, that's NIH Federal Credit Union, and that stands for National Institutes of Health. At number 7, we're going to put the Amazon Store Card Builder. So this is the secured version of the Amazon Store Card. So there's an unsecured and there's a secured version. So the secured version, it's a minimum $200 deposit, and after 7 months, it'll graduate to an unsecured card just like clockwork. So now at number 6, I'm going to go ahead and put the Bank of America BOA secured. Now, this is another card that will graduate within a year, within 12 months, all depending on where your credit is when they do their review. So there's been cases where with the Bank of America secured card, they'll unsecure you within 7 months. So that's not too uncommon. And so coming in at number 5, so at number 5, we're going to do the Capital One. The Capital One secured. Now, Capital One's changed their secured card over the course of a couple years. Now they actually do a minimum deposit of $49, and they'll increase your limit with, I believe it's 3 consecutive months of on-time payment. They'll raise your credit limit, and then after several months after that, they'll subsequently unsecure your deposit. So that's number 5. Coming in at number 4, I'm going to go with, let's see. This is the Harley Davidson. So the Harley Davidson is through US Bank, which is actually one of the larger, less well-known banks. And so they actually have a ton of great credit products. The Harley Davidson earns, I think it's one point for every dollar you spend. They can go towards Harley Davidson purchases. And the great thing about this card is that there's a path to graduation, so it unsecures within a year. So you'll get your security deposit back, and likely you'll get a credit limit increase, as well as the option to product change to one of their other rewards cards. Coming in at number 3 is the Discover It. Now, at one point, this was, in my opinion, the best secured card on the market. However, there are certain things about this Discover It. So generally, it's not going to be your first secured card. They actually like to see that you have a little bit of history. So this wouldn't be one that you would get as your first secured card. Maybe a second secured card if you opt for that. But Discover is a great bank to be with. They have a lot of different rewards. So with the Discover It, it's a minimum $200 deposit, and then exactly after your 7th statement cut, they'll return your they'll return your deposit, and then they'll either unsecure you anywhere from $1,000 up to $2,000 depending on where your credit is. You get 2% cash back on the first $1,000 every quarter. There's no annual fee, and then at the end of your first year, they do what's called a cash back match. So whatever cash back that you earn throughout the year, they'll basically double it, which is pretty cool. And so coming in at number 2, it's the Navy Federal in rewards. So this is the second best secured card out on the market. So they give you 1% cash back on all purchases. There's no annual fee, and you can get unsecured in as little as 5 months and as long as 12 months. And they automatically unsecure your credit limit to $2,000, which is, great. And, from there you can, explore some of the Navy Federal's other cards and likely get approved for a much higher limit once you actually have some history with them. So that's the Navy Federal N Rewards. And now the best secure card on the market, hands down, is the TD Bank Cash Rewards. So the TD Bank Cash Rewards is a secured card. You have to go in branch to open it, and they give you 3% back on dining, groceries, 2% on gas, and 1% on all other purchases. And so as far as secure cards, that's probably the best rewards system for any secure card out there on the market. And then the cool thing about TD Bank, they will unsecure you in exactly 8 statements. So after your 8th statement cut, as long as you've made on-time payments, they'll unsecure you. And usually it's whatever amount that you put down is what you'll unsecure to. So the limit is 5,000, the minimum is 300. So if you put 3,000 down, then when it unsecures, the limit will be 3,000, and you'll obviously get your deposit back. And then what they also do is the TD Bank does come with a $29 annual fee. However, they'll actually give you a prorated refund. So if it unsecures after, the first 8 months, then, they'll figure out, okay, whatever your annual fee is up into that eight months. So they'll usually give you a refund around $8 or $9, if you do the math. So that is the top 10 secured card options out on the market. Number 10, Wells Fargo. Number 9, Citibank. Number 8, NIH FCU. Number 7, the Amazon Store Credit Builder. Number 6, the Bank of America Secured. Number 7, the Capital One Secured. Number 4, the Harley Davidson Secured Card. Number 3, Discover It. Number 2, Navy Federal N Rewards. And number 1, the TD Cash Credit Card. Don't forget, if you are interested in applying for any of these cards, we have referral bonuses in the description of the video. If you have any questions, you could always email us at info.creditplug.com. And if you are interested in learning about how to build primary accounts, check out our website at www.creditplug.com and inquire about the Primary Account Builder program. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe if you like our content. Until next time, y'all take it easy, and we'll talk to you soon. Peace.